party. No, the question which you are raising is whether the Congress younger generation look beyond the Nehru Gandhi family. I doubt very much, because they have a complete stranglehold on the party apparatus. They don't want to leave it. And therefore, their question of who should lead the party is still being debated within the party. But the question still remains, whether the Congress party, a 130-year-old party, will continue to remain hostage to a particular family which is not producing capable leaders. So therefore, the question before congressmen and particularly the younger generation should be whether they should not openly come out and say that don't trust the Nehru Gandhi family, the dynasty. Let there be change within the party, and let people. There are very capable people within the Congress party right now, of all generations, but they are somehow hostage. So therefore, the longer the party remain hostage to the Nehru Gandhi family dynasty, the more disintegration of the Congress we will see in future. And it is not good for democracy in this country,
Right.
because Congress is the only all India party which can provide opposition to most powerful BJP. We can't really depend on regional parties which are ruling in so many states to provide a national level opposition. So the party which has a moral responsibility to provide a very strong, viable opposition is in tatters. And that is the question which congressmen will have to answer, and they will have to decide whether they come out of the shackles of the dynasty or not. And the longer they tolerate this dynasty to lead the party, there will be more desertion. Many people, younger
Absolutely.
people, will be
Absolutely.
leaving, and therefore you can't blame others who are accommodating that. After all, in politics, people have a choice. They can't remain hostage to a particular situation. So if they are deserting the party and they are looking for openings elsewhere, we can't blame anybody else. The Congress itself should be blamed for it.
So, as Mr. Iyer, as Mr. Tandon says, the Gandhi family or the dynasty has become a liability, it's no longer an asset for the Congress party going forward as well.
Well, indeed, it looks like the Gandhi family is losing its kind of mojo, I would say, because the Congress party, the way has it been functioning and the way it has been built over the last 2 decades, it has been essentially centered around Sonia Gandhi and family. And Sonia Gandhi, pulled the party out from a deep crisis in '98 when Sitaram Kesari was the president. Now, since then, she managed to, saw that the Congress remained in opposition through the Vajpayee era. And in 2004, she managed to create an anti-BJP front, and thus was born the United Progressive Alliance. Now, having done all that for the Congress party, I am rather surprised why she has been completely bound by the need to ensure that that legacy is only adopted by the family, instead of allowing the party a lot more freedom to choose its leadership. Because we have had Rahul Gandhi as a very reluctant Congress president right from the beginning. And we have seen him, because he took charge only 2017. And by 2019, he was so disappointed with his own party because his ideas of bringing a generational change did not happen. And the parliamentary defeat, which happened because of the fact that his way of campaigning against Prime Minister Narendra Modi completely bombed. Instead of assuming responsibility for the wrong strategy in the campaign, Rahul Gandhi rather blamed his own party people for not taking forward the campaign. Now, since then, what we have seen is 1 year has passed by, but there is no leadership. There is a vacuum at the top because Sonia Gandhi, at her age, given her age at 73, she is no longer able to perform that active role. But my question is, why is Sonia Gandhi allowing the party to be completely dependent on the family? Why can't she help the party look for a leadership beyond the family?
Indeed. Mr. Tandon, in that sense, you think the Congress party, the leadership, or whatever remains of it, has completely failed to read the pulse of the people of India today, failed to read the mood of the people in India today. We've gone beyond the age of entitlement politics. People are looking for development, performance. So dynasty is a big no-no.
No, the basic question is whether there is any Congress leadership at the moment. There is no Congress leadership. See, at the last AICC session, it was only Priyanka Gandhi who came in defense of Rahul Gandhi. That he is the only one who has been attacking the Prime Minister. Nobody else attacks the Prime Minister. Then the questions were raised whether the style of his attacking the Prime Minister is right. And nobody came in support of Rahul Gandhi. Even Sonia Gandhi kept quiet when leader after leader attacking Rahul Gandhi's style of attacking the Prime Minister. At the end, the lesson given to Rahul Gandhi was don't attack the Prime Minister personally because it is boomerang. So therefore, I think that presently the party is a ship which is rudderless, which is there is no captain, and in that situation, unfortunately, what is happening in different states after Madhya Pradesh, now it is Rajasthan, tomorrow you will never what will happen. So I think it's a very sorry state of affairs within the party, and it is only for the congressmen to ponder over it and at least come out and provide a remedy to this crisis.
Mr. Iyer, I'll give you the last word. Is it time the Gandhi family in particular read the writing on the wall? And should the Gandhis now make way for a younger, dynamic leadership, one which is in touch with the pulse of the people of India today?
Well, I think the time is up for the Gandhi family and they must realize the writing on the wall. The rank and file of the party are completely exasperated by the state of affairs. And I entirely agree with Mr. Ashok Tandon that we need to have a vibrant democracy. We need to have a vibrant opposition party, a party that actually holds the government to question on many issues and seeks answers from the government. That should be a role of a responsible opposition. But what we are seeing today is rather not only just a responsible kind of statement that is coming.
Would you call it abdication, outright abdication and incompetence?
Exactly, outright abdication, and it is. I think it is interest of the country demands that the Sonia Gandhi should now take a call and put an end to the state of drift in the party.
All right, on that one, I want to thank both my guests, Mr. Shekhar Iyer and Mr. Tandon, for joining us on Newsnight and sharing your views with our viewers in India and around the world. Thank you for your time. Appreciate it. All right, shifting focus to the other big story we are tracking on Newsnight. Google has announced a $10 billion investment to help accelerate India's digital economy. Its CEO, Sundar Pichai, made the announcement at the 6th edition of Google for India. Pichai also held talks with Prime Minister Modi on leveraging the power of technology to transform the lives of India's farmers, youths and entrepreneurs.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Monday held discussions with Google and Alphabet CEO Sundar Pichai on a wide range of subjects. The Prime Minister also discussed the challenges of global pandemic and new work culture with the top business leader. PM Modi and Sundar Pichai held discussions particularly on leveraging the power of technology to transform the lives of India's farmers, youngsters and entrepreneurs. During the meeting, PM said that focus should be on leveraging technology in providing healthcare services, ideas of virtual lab that can be used by students and farmers, importance of data security and cyber safety, technological solutions to expand the scope of online education, progress in the area of digital payments. Addressing the 6th edition of Google for India event, Google CEO Sundar Pichai announced Google for India Digitization Fund. Through this initiative, Google will invest Rs 75,000 crore in India in the next 5 to 7 years. Investments will focus on 4 areas important to India's digitization. First, enabling affordable access and information for every Indian in their own language. Second, building new products and services that are deeply relevant to India's unique needs. Third, empowering businesses as they continue or embark on their digital transformation. Fourth, leveraging technology and artificial intelligence for social good in areas like health, education and agriculture.
Through this effort, we will invest 75,000 crore rupees, or approximately $10 billion, into India over the next 5 to 7 years. We will do this through a mix of equity investments. Investments will focus on 4 areas important to India's digitization.
Addressing the event, Electronics and IT Minister welcomed the Google's investment of rupees 75,000 crore and said that India's moment has arrived in the digital space. IT Minister also sought for Google's greater involvement in digital inclusion programs, including the Digital Village initiative to empower millions of people.
Digital village is something very close to my heart. 1 lakh digital villages we have to set up is our announcement in the budget. I'd appreciate if Google picks up a good number of cluster of villages in India in various parts and develop it as a model digital villages of empowerment, of skilling, healthcare, of telemedicine, of distant education, digitally speaking, and most important, from agriculture to rural empowerment.
HRD Minister Ramesh Pokhriyal Nishank added that ePathshala platform is helping educate more Indians and Google's investment will boost this in the coming years.
हमारा अंतिम छात्र जो दूर दराज में बैठा हुआ है उसको भी हम शिक्षा से वंचित न रख सकें। मुझे खुशी है कि गूगल एक ऐसा प्लेटफॉर्म तैयार कर रहा है जो इस दिशा में हमारी मदद भी करेगा।
Global companies are looking for investments as India provides opportunities in various sectors including health and education. Prime Minister Modi's vision for Digital India has made huge progress in getting millions of Indians online. World-class telecom infrastructure, digital infrastructure and digital inclusion have paved the way for new opportunities even during COVID crisis. Bureau Report, Newsnight Desk, DT India.
Now, Google has also announced a new initiative with Prasar Bharati launching an edutainment series on Doordarshan on how small businesses can adopt digital tools and adapt to the current situation using examples of real-life Indian businesses. In the 6th edition of Google for India event that took place virtually, Sundar Pichai shared, among other things, his personal life experiences, especially those that he lived in India while growing up.
This song not only brings back nostalgia, but also kept the love for Doordarshan alive in every Indian's heart. Google CEO Sundar Pichai also became reminiscent of his childhood as he remembered watching Doordarshan's iconic shows. In the 6th edition of Google for India, the Indian origin American became nostalgic as he remembered listening to Sare Jahan Se Acha. In this edition, Google announced a massive rupees 75,000 crore fund to help accelerate India's digital economy. While making as this announcement, Sundar Pichai, in addition to this, shared his childhood memories of Doordarshan.
Growing up, technology provided a window to a world outside my own. Also brought us closer together as a family. Every evening, we were drawn to the television by Doordarshan's special rendition of Sare Jahan Se Acha. I tried to explain this to my colleagues the other day, but I eventually gave up and just showed it to them on YouTube.
In another major announcement, Google announced a partnership with Prasar Bharati on launching edutainment series on Doordarshan. Under this partnership, a series on Doordarshan will be telecast on how small businesses can adopt digital tools. While announcing the partnership, Caesar Sengupta, Vice President of Payment and Next Billion Users, said that series will enable everyone to follow digital revolution.
In partnership with Prasar Bharati, we're also launching an edutainment series on Doordarshan on how small businesses can adopt digital tools and adapt to the current situation using examples of real-life Indian businesses. We hope that these efforts help small businesses across India access the skills and the resources they need to go digital.
Welcoming Google's aid in sector of technology, Prasar Bharati CEO Shashi Shekhar Vempati said that the aid will be a major help to India and hoped that this will enable our small retailers.
बहुत ही बड़ा अनाउंसमेंट हुआ है गूगल की तरफ से कि वो भारत देश में अराउंड $10 बिलियन का इन्वेस्टमेंट करेंगे ताकि भारत देश में टेक्नोलॉजी का बेस बने, भारत के जो छोटे छोटे बिजनेसेस हैं वो आत्मनिर्भर बने, सेल्फ रिलायंट बने डिजिटल टेक्नोलॉजीज़ को लेकर और एक क्वांटम लीप करें वो अपने ग्रोथ में। तो ये एक इंटरेस्टिंग पार्टनरशिप होगा दूरदर्शन और गूगल के बीच में कि वो देश के जो छोटे छोटे बिजनेसमैन है, एंटरप्रेन्योर है, वो किस तरह से डिजिटल टूल्स को यूज़ कर रहे हैं, किस तरह से डिजिटल टेक्नोलॉजी को अपना रहे हैं, चाहे वो कैशलेस पेमेंट हो.
It is to noted that this partnership of Google and Prasar Bharati will in future lead the digital revolution. Bureau Report, DD India.
The Class 12 CBSE results are out. This year, the total pass percentage was 88.78%, which is 5% higher than last year. Thiruvananthapuram region has reported the best pass percentage, followed by Bengaluru and Chennai. More in the next report.
The much-awaited CBSE Class 12 results have been declared, and once again girls have taken the lead over the boys. Their pass percentage is 92.15%, while that of boys is 86.19%. This means that 6% more girls have cleared the boards as compared to boys. The total pass percentage works out to be 88.78%, which is 5% higher than last year. 11,92,000 students appeared for Class 12 CBSE board exams. Talking of region-wise results, the South dominates, with Trivandrum region has shown the best outcome with 97.67% pass mark. Bangalore comes at number 2 with 96.17% and Chennai with a pass percentage of 94.39%. Just like last year, Navodaya Vidyalaya has given the best result with 98.7 pass percentage. 98.62% students of Kendriya Vidyalaya have passed, putting the schools at number 2. This time, 38,686 students have scored more than 95%, while 1,57,934 students scored more than 90%. This year, CBSE has chosen not to issue a merit list. Union HRD Minister took to Twitter to congratulate the students. He reiterated that students' health and quality education are our priority. The CBSE 12th exam was scheduled from 15th February to 30th March, but due to the coronavirus epidemic, 12 subjects scheduled to be held between 19 March and 30th March had to be cancelled. Later, examinations of these remaining subjects were rescheduled from 1st to 15th July, but in view of the extraordinary circumstances and the health and safety of the students, the central government decided to cancel these examinations as well. According to a Supreme Court directive, CBSE decided to conduct evaluation in the remaining subjects based on the new evaluation policy. According to the new evaluation policy, those who had taken the exam in all 5 subjects were evaluated on the basis of the marks obtained in the examination. Those students who had taken more than 3 subjects were evaluated in the remaining subjects on the basis of the average of the 3 subjects in which the student scored the highest. Students who took only 3 subjects were evaluated in their remaining subjects based on the average of the 2 subjects in which the student scored the highest. On the basis of this evaluation policy, even though the results of the students have been declared, the students who are not satisfied with the result can take the optional examination later. Once the environment is favorable, the elective examination of subjects whose exams were cancelled will be conducted as soon as possible, and the marks obtained in these examinations will be considered as final. Nishant Shaurav's report for DD India.
To West Bengal now, the BJP has demanded a CBI probe into the alleged suicide of its MLA Debendra Nath Ray. Kailash Vijayvargiya of the BJP accused the ruling Trinamool Congress of targeting BJP leaders and workers alike in the state. The body of the BJP MLA from Hemtabad was found hanging in Bindal near his village home in Uttar Dinajpur district.
रात को 1:30 बजे देवेंद्र नाथ राय जी को घर से उठाया और उठाकर फांसी पर लटका दिया। वहाँ पर माओवादी सक्रिय हो गए हैं। ममता जी ने माओवादियों को वहाँ पर खुली पनाह दी है और वो ये सरेआम धोस दपट हत्या लूट कर रहे हैं। कि ममता जी के संरक्षण में एक विधायक की हत्या हुई है, मैं समझता हूँ कि उन्हें मुख्यमंत्री पद पर बने रहने का कोई अधिकार नहीं है। हम अभी एक प्रतिनिधिमंडल के रूप में गृह मंत्री से ही मिलेंगे और सीबीआई जांच की मांग करेंगे।
Meanwhile, BJP President JP Nadda said the alleged killing of Debendra Nath Ray was shocking and deplorable. He tweeted that it speaks of the Gunda Raj and failure of law and order in the Mamata Banerjee government. People will not forgive such a government in the future. We strongly condemn this, unquote. All right, moving on. Military talks between India and China will be held on Tuesday at Chushul in eastern Ladakh. The talks will focus on the second phase of disengagement along the line of actual control. China has already pulled back its troops from several points. The Chinese army has also reduced its presence at the ridgeline of Finger 4 in the last 1 week. And now take a look at what else is making news around the country in our National Wrap segment.
Chief of Army Staff General M.M. Narvane visited forward areas of the Rising Star Corps to review the current security situation and operational readiness of the troops deployed on ground in Jammu-Pathankot region. The Army Chief reviewed operational preparedness in forward areas. He interacted with the field formation commanders and troops on ground during forward area visit. The Income Tax and Enforcement Directorate teams raided multiple premises of hoteliers and other businessmen in Rajasthan. The ED team also carried out searches at Hotel Fairmont in Jaipur. According to ED sources, investor Ratan Kant Sharma is under the Financial Probe Agency's scanner. An ED source claimed that Sharma had allegedly received around 96.7 crore from Mauritius and has stakes in Hotel Fairmont. 11 days after they were first inducted into the Madhya Pradesh cabinet, Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan finally divided portfolios among the 28 ministers on Monday. While Chief Minister has retained the departments of Public Relations, General Administration and Aviation, Dr. Narottam Mishra has been retained as the Home Minister and given the added responsibility of the Parliamentary Affairs and the Law and Justice Ministries after the Health Ministry was taken away from him. The Supreme Court on Monday upheld the rights of the Travancore royal family in the administration of historic Sri Padmanabham Swami Temple in Kerala. The court also approved a committee under Thiruvananthapuram District Judge to oversee the administration. Professor Sanjay Dwivedi on Monday took charge as the Director General of the Indian Institute of Mass Communication, New Delhi. Earlier, the Appointments Committee of the Cabinet had approved his appointment as the DG IIMC on direct recruitment basis for a period of 3 years.
In India, more than 5.5 lakh people have recovered from the COVID-19 disease. Now, 19 states have a higher recovery rate than the national average of 63.02%. 30 states have a lower fatality rate than the national average of 2.64%. And the testing per million is more than 8,500. All right, now take a look at all the news related to COVID-19 pandemic in our next report.
Strict lockdown restrictions have been imposed in most parts of Kashmir, including Srinagar from Monday after a sudden surge in COVID-19 cases in the valley. The authorities have sealed most of the roads and marketplaces and sought cooperation of the public to make the lockdown a success. Karnataka Chief Minister B.S. Yediyurappa held a review meeting with senior officials, including State Health Minister, Chief Secretary and Deputy CM over the COVID-19 management in the state. The state government has also released a circular making home isolation mandatory for those who have undergone COVID-19 tests. In Karnataka, the districts of Dharwad and Dakshina Kannada have announced lockdown from July 15th as the coronavirus cases rise in the state. While Dharwad will be under lockdown for 9 days, the lockdown will be imposed in Dakshina Kannada for a week from 15th of July. The Calcutta High Court will continue to remain closed till 19 July in view of a rapid increase in the number of COVID-19 cases in the city. The Punjab government has issued a revised guideline restricting bans on public gatherings. The state government has put strict ban on social gatherings while restricting it to 5 attendees, while only 40 people will now be allowed in marriages and other functions. It also asked police to register FIRs against those violating the curb on public gatherings. 2 days of total lockdown with curfew has been imposed in Shillong from Monday after a spike in COVID-19 cases in the state capital. Shillong accounts for 95% of active coronavirus cases in Meghalaya. The lockdown will remain in force in Shillong till 6 a.m. of July 15th.
Right, shifting focus to foreign news now. Israel's Nature and Parks Authority is spreading a message on social media in order to help people overcome the sense of detachment that coronavirus social distancing rules can bring. The park is giving an opportunity to hug a tree. Now, face masks are mandatory outdoors, and Israelis are advised to avoid close physical contact with elderly relatives with visits at nursing homes held in the open air. As the coronavirus infections rise rapidly in South Africa, the country reimposed a ban on sale of alcohol and a night curfew on Monday to reduce pressure on its hospitals. President Cyril Ramaphosa's government imposed one of the strictest lockdowns in the world in late March and delayed a surge in infections, but has since eased many restrictions over fears for its struggling economy. South Africa has the highest number of confirmed coronavirus cases in Africa and is now recording the fourth largest daily increase in new cases worldwide. Night curfew will last from 9 p.m. to 4 a.m. Spain's Balearic Islands has made it mandatory to wear a face mask in public at all times to prevent the spread of the coronavirus. It joins Spain's Catalonia in going further than a national directive that mandates their use only when in close proximity to others. Spain, which has been one of the European countries worst affected by the coronavirus, lifted its emergency at the end of June when the pandemic seemed to have come under control. But Spain's government is not planning to make the use of face masks compulsory nationwide, where social distancing can be guaranteed. And staying in Europe, foreign ministers of the European Union met in person for the first time since the beginning of the coronavirus outbreak on Monday. They discussed about relations with Turkey and the situation in Hong Kong. Arriving for the meeting, EU's foreign policy chief Josep Borrell said the relationship with Turkey was not especially good at the moment. Luxembourg's foreign minister Jean Asselborn called Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan's decision on Hagia Sophia a blow against the alliance of civilizations and condemned the prison sentences given to several right activists at the beginning of the month. And Poland's President Andrzej Duda has won 5 more years in power on a socially conservative religious platform in a closely fought election. Is likely to deepen Warsaw's isolation in the European Union. The final results from Sunday's presidential election runoff show Duda won over 51%, giving him an unassailable lead over Liberal Warsaw Mayor Rafał Trzaskowski, who won almost 49% of the votes. Duda's victory makes renewed confrontation with the European Commission likely as the EU executive tries to deal with the economic fallout of the COVID-19 pandemic and rising nationalism across the 27-member bloc. That's a wrap on Newsnight, but news continues here on DD News and DD India. You can catch all the latest updates on our social media, mobile and digital platforms. Thanks for watching. Bye.
special series of digital dialogue wherein we will talk about how the very vision of Atmanirbharta, specifically in the ecosystem of innovation and digital India, is going to be a big game changer.
The Honorable Prime Minister has said is right on the mark, which is we can be the innovation capital. On that index, we should be number one. We shouldn't settle for number two. And we have the ability. Other countries are not ahead of us in terms of our journey to being the number one innovative capital of the world. We have the talent, we have the 30-year history of building software for the world.
We are at a good place. This new campaign to develop Atmanirbhar apps is definitely going to give the whole program a boost. It's going to invite a lot more innovators to develop there. We in the last, like I said earlier, in the last 10 years, we have laid the foundation.
We getting the much needed push, from the Prime Minister. I think the entrepreneurs will take up the challenge, but I should say that the entrepreneurs should not assume that they will win only because the product is made in India.
Just like we have to defend our physical boundaries, we have to defend our virtual boundary, our digital boundary. That's what Atmanirbhar Bharat is for to me. We create an innovation system which is on par with the best of the world and challenge the rest of the world and make a great power digitally, which we already are.
Electronics manufacturing is concerned, we have come out with 3 new schemes. The government has allocated 50,000 crore for these 3 new schemes for the next 5 years.
One big dream where India is already being pitched as the innovation capital of the world.
हिंदुस्तान एक ऐसा मुल्क है, अनेक प्रकार के लोग रहते हैं, बहुत से अलग अलग मजहब है, अलग अलग जाति है और अलग अलग हमारा पोशाक है, अलग अलग हमारी जबान है। ऐसा कोई मुल्क दुनिया में नहीं है काम ये है कि हम हिंदुस्तान में कोई भी प्रांत के हैं, हम हिंदुस्तानी हैं और हमारा प्रथम कर्तव्य हिंदुस्तान की हिफाजत, हिंदुस्तान की रक्षा।
और इस गीत के बाद
ऑल इंडिया रेडियो
points behind Smith, 900.
This is All India Radio. The news read by Anuja Kumar. Namaskar.
नमस्कार, न्यूज़ नाइट में आप सभी का स्वागत है। मैं हूं आपके साथ आरेंद्र। कल की तरह आज भी राजस्थान में दिन भर सियासी ड्रामा चलता रहा है और असमंजस की स्थिति अभी भी बनी हुई है। पायलट के बगावती सुर अभी भी बरकरार हैं और ऐसे में गहलोत सरकार पर संकट लगातार बना हुआ दिखाई पड़ रहा है। इस पूरे राजनीतिक घटनाक्रम पर करेंगे न्यूज़ नाइट में विस्तार से चर्चा। साथ ही बताएंगे कि कितना बड़ा निवेश गूगल कंपनी भारत में करेगी। तो होगी खबर सीबीएसई के 12वीं के आज के नतीजों में। बताएंगे बंगाल में भाजपा एमएलए की संदिग्ध मौत का क्या है पूरा मामला। इसके अलावा भी होंगी देश दुनिया की हर जरूरी और महत्वपूर्ण खबर। शुरुआत इस वक्त की हेडलाइंस के साथ। प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी ने गूगल के सीईओ सुंदर पिचाई के साथ कोविड संकट में नई कार्य संस्कृति विकसित करने और देश में डिजिटाइजेशन की गति तेज करने में गूगल की भूमिका पर की चर्चा। गूगल ने कहा अगले 5 से 7 वर्षों में गूगल भारत में डिजिटल टेक्नोलॉजी के विकास पर करेगा 75,000 करोड़ का निवेश। प्रसार भारती के साथ साझेदारी करेगा गूगल। दूरदर्शन पर शैक्षिक कार्यक्रम को लेकर गूगल का ऐलान। डीडी व्यवसाय बढ़ाने के लिए टेलीकास्ट किए गए कार्यक्रमों के लिए अपना सकता है डिजिटल प्लेटफॉर्म। गूगल सीईओ सुंदर पिचाई ने बचपन के दिनों में दूरदर्शन के साथ लगाव की स्मृतियों को किया साझा। सचिन पायलट के बगावती तेवरों से गहराया राजस्थान में अशोक गहलोत सरकार पर सियासी संकट से उबारने के लिए जयपुर में हुई कांग्रेस विधायक दल की बैठक। किसी भी अनुशासनहीनता की कड़ाई से निपटने का प्रस्ताव हुआ पारित। पायलट सहित